Welcome back for more Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. I'm Chryss Hart, and let's get started. We're going to have a quick look at our new Higgledy, Tove the Tenebrous. He's got some really cool abilities. First one is TikTok. It increases the number of Higgledy troops automatically during battle. The second one is called Wimpy Wimpy, and it decreases an enemy's physical attack for a short period of time. The third one is Higgledy Plunge, which is a big gravity attack. And Night Smiter, which gives you dark defense when you're awakened, which isn't really relevant to us quite yet. I'm going to continue down this suspicious hall. Oh yeah, that looks like a den to me. There's nobody here. Yeah, something's not right.
Evan.
Up there! Wyvern Warlord.
And what brings you here?
We've come to rescue Tani. The pirate girl, You do not seem like sky pirates to me, Pink Skin. Too small and succulent. Cloud Coil Canyon belongs to we wyverns, yes? You have no business here. Leave this place. Leave this place. These wyverns really want this gone.
Excuse me.
We're not leaving without Tani. Attaboy, Evan. If this wasn't our business before, it sure is now. Yes! You will regret your stubbornness. Now suffer! This is a really fun fight. It's especially enjoyable because party members in Ni no Kuni are genuinely useful and don't just stand around kind of watching, as I've noted previously. And I've made sure to keep Roland in high quality gear. I'm not just focusing on Evan. Again, I'm still so used to using just kind of straightforward attacks in games that I'm still learning how to use the Higgledies in battle. Oh man. I missed a really good opportunity to trigger Higgledy Burst. Phew, we did it! Just. Yeah, and the others seem to have scuttled off too. I suppose they must be keeping Tani through there. I hope she's okay. Ooh, a Nyx-proof light tunic. Definitely took a moment to equip that, as well as some other stuff that we picked up. Another long hallway. There she is. Whiff waff! Cut her down, would you? Gravity works.
It's you! The little boy from before! What are you doing here? Little boy? You can't be much older than me! Alright, keep your hair on. Evan. My name is Evan.
And I'm Roland.
Evan and Roland, eh? Well, thanks for coming to the rescue. I didn't have either of you down as the reckless type, but you must be to have come here. Speaking of which, why didn't that grizzled old coward Batu come and get me himself?
We made an agreement. In return for securing your freedom, he promised to grant us safe passage to the King's Cradle.
Really? He said that? Ha! I knew it! I knew he'd take a shine to you. You've got that same twinkle in your eye.
I most certainly do not.
You most certainly do too. It's like you can both see something. Something no one else can. Hey everyone, I'm home!
Tani! She's back! Tani's back! What, you say? So she is.
Back safe and sound, boss.
Oi.
You went and got yourself captured, eh, girlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, boss. Sorry, boss. Evan, lad, you are as good as your word, so I shall be as good as mine. You may pass freely through the canyon. Thank you very much, Chief Batu. One step closer to the King's Cradle, huh? So you really are serious about going, then? To the cradle? Yes. Well, the quickest way there is to fly, of course. But what are you going all the way up there for? This one here's all set to hook himself a Kingmaker and become Lord of the whole wide world, don't you know?
Really?
King of the whole wide world, you say? Blimey, you have some pretty big ideas for such a pipsqueak. Well, you'll only end up getting lost if you go on your own. All right, I'm coming with you. You are? And what need have you to be traipsing along to your doom with these sorry swabs, eh? Ha! You're the one who's always telling me to do what I want whenever I want. Well, this is what I want to do right now, and I'm going to do it, so there. Hope you don't mind me tagging along, Evan. Not that you really have much choice. And Tani is now a member of our party. I'll be waiting at the takeoff spot down below. Give me a shout when you're ready. Sweet. Let's have a look at her equipment. She's got some spears. We're going to upgrade her short bow to a huntsman's bow and make sure she's got armor and accessories. She has 2 skills right now, Plunder and Spark Spike. I'm sure we'll see those in battle quite a lot. Of course, we're going to pick up shinies. What's this guy got to say? So you bested the wyverns, did you? You're tougher than you look, boy. Yeah? Alright, let's have ourselves a quick nap.
Will you be staying with us?
Now all these paths have me a little bit turned around. Let's figure out which way we need to go. Quick look at the map. Okay. What's down this way? Oh, hey. What's with that guy? Hey, guy. So you're off to the King's Cradle, are you, laddie? Well, make sure you bring back the mightiest Kingmaker the world's ever seen, eh? I'm gonna do my best. Though I reckon he probably said you here at the end rather than a. Getting to the King's Cradle is a pain, but luckily for you, I'm here to give you a lift. All set? Right, let's get going. Have you a moment for old Batu before you take off? I couldn't very well deny young Tani back there in front of everyone. But there's not a soul's been to that cradle and made it back unscathed. If she comes home with so much as a scratch, I'll have your hide, understand? Yes, Chief Batu. We'll be very careful. Tani will be safe with us, I promise. All right, I think we're ready. Sweet! Look at us flying in our planes! Wow, what incredible formations!
Oi!
The cradle's up there. That sure is a lot of stairs. Here we are at last. Come on! Let's have a quick look at Leaf Book. Mad for Monsters. Feast your eyes on this shot I took of a fearsome pork chopper. 'Twas no mean feat gettin' this close, but it was more'n worth it. These beasties ain't daft. They can use such weapons as they take off their victims. You'll find 'em in Cloudcoil Canyon, so watch out. That's cool. There are several of those entries as we go along. Oh, okay. This is a painting done by a denizen of the world. Interesting. And this is that post by Floyd again. Tell you what, they want to make sure you're serious. You can't just go waltzing into one of these cradles. So this is where we get our Kingmaker, huh? Yes, if we can prove ourselves worthy. I tried to maintain the solemnity of the area. This is such a beautiful room. I love those columns. What's this? Wanderer, seek'st thou to prove thyself a king? Talking statues. What next? I do. My name is Evan Pettywhisker of the House of Tildrum. I've come to make a pact with one of the great guardians. Very well. Then the trials of knowledge and courage await. Leave thy companions behind thee and go forth. The time to prove thy worth has come, Evan Pettywhisker of the House of Tildrum. Good luck, Evan. You'll be fine. You can do this. Alright, let's get right on it. Where am I? Behold the trial of knowledge. The story, like any other, is possessed of a beginning, a middle, and an end. Trace the trail of this tale to complete the trial, or go back on thyself and fail. Could that be where the story begins? So essentially we need to walk over to the book, and it will tell us the story, and then we have to walk through the path activating the statues mentioned in the steps of the story in the correct order as they are mentioned in the story. It's pretty straightforward, and we'll see how it's done here in a moment. And as you walk, the tiles fall away, so you can only step on each tile one time. Once upon a time, the world was ruled over by an evil dragon possessed of terrible power. A little boy from a little village, determined to rid the world of the dragon's misery and bring happiness back to all, set out to defeat the beast. At his touch, the magic wand handed down by the people of his village stirred to life, and thus he was granted the power of sorcery. Drawn by the call of the wand, a fairy came to the boy and befriended him. Together, the two of them set out on a great journey to save the world. When the trial begins, you notice some orbs floating about. They're extra, but they give you a bonus. It took me a few times to work out how to get through it, but I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. Each statue is colored to match the color of the word in the text that is about that specific one. So the blue is for the boy, the orange is for the fairy, and the red is for the magic wand. So we needed to move the fairy so that it was facing the correct direction. And there we go. You've reached the end of the chapter. Move on to the next. Yes, of course. Together the two of them set out on a great journey to save the world. We got some Sorrowway, a strong sixth sensor, some leather armor. The door! It's open! Here we have a portal that will take us back to the top of the trial, but we would have to start over again, so I'm not going to worry about that. Guided by his friend the fairy, the boy roamed the land and gathered together a band of faithful companions. The first was a kind-hearted harpist whose magical melodies could soothe even the fieriest soul. The second was a brave pistolier, ever ready to help his friends through any hardship they might face on their quest. The third was a wise wizard who took the boy as his apprentice and taught him all he knew of the ways of magic. His party of heroes thus assembled, the boy found the courage at last to face the monsters that troubled the world, and so he and his companions set out to battle them wherever they might be found. As with the previous one, of course, I've skipped all of the tedious workings out. You don't have to use every tile, but I've played so many games with puzzles like this where you do have to use every tile. It's just become habit, I suppose. Here we are turning the boy so that he faces the monster. And turning the monster to face the boy. And there we go. End of chapter. And because we got all of the orbs, we got some bonus items as well. So we got a sixth sensor, some more three-leafed Sorrowway, and a warlock's wand. And of course the door opens, the tiles reappear, and we can continue on. And this will be the last section of the trial. And this one was remarkably difficult to work out. The evil dragon who ruled over the world could not be defeated until the 4 towers emitting the evil aura that protected him had been destroyed. The first tower, looming in front of him, the wizard laid it low with a mighty spell. The second was close by the pistolier, who carefully took aim and felled it with a single shot. The third was sent toppling when the harpist turned to a soldier and spurred him on with her songs. The fourth tower, which stood in front of the ferry, was flattened when he ran into it head first, as fast as he could. His towers gone, the dragon was vulnerable at last, and the final battle began in earnest. As the fight between them raged, the boy spied his chance when the dragon turned to face him and let loose the legendary spell Mornstar. It struck the dragon, who fell down dead. Thus the world was saved, and everyone lived happily ever after. This one is interesting because you have to move the dragon several times. Making sure the pistolier is properly lined up. And now making this bridge so that we can go to the other side. We do not want to grab that orb yet. So first we need to go here. We need to turn her to face the soldier. Activate it. Now we pick up this orb. We pick up that orb. And then we come to here. Move the dragon again. Because we actually want to go this way before we go the other way. Pick up this orb. Turn the ferry so that he is facing the tower. Activate it. And we need to turn the dragon again so that he is facing the boy. We activate the boy, and we have reached the end of the chapter. We received some 3-leaf Soraway, a Sage's Secret, and a Shamshir. Thy knowledge is proven.
Oh,
Is that how I'm supposed to leave, I wonder?